the cheese Manserville. Let the cheese flow through you. In the last video, I completed my first 5 days in Avalon survival mode. Survival mode means I can only save at a bed or campfire. No save scumming allowed. I must see the day through to the end in one go. If I die, it's back to the beginning.
Hey, you, finally awake.
Stick around until the end, where I'll give my first impressions on the game so far, and if it's worth your time. If you missed part 1, you might want to catch up and come back to this video afterwards. But without further ado, Sovngarde awaits. I'm about to get a very rude awakening. Day 6. I awake at the beachside camp, savouring my victory. My plan is to return to the druid grove Mallory was guarding, but considering how tough he was, I want to take some time to explore and get a few level ups first. I haven't touched the area north of the beach, so I'll head that way. I bump into a man chipping at a ruined King Arthur statue. I ask him what the bloody hell he thinks he's doing, defacing the king's image like that.
What kind of king leaves no heir, only to show up now and then, wave his sword and fix nothing?
It's treason, then.
Behind him is a mine tunnel. It looks like it might bring me out to the other side of the hills. Aside from plenty of ore, there's the old reliables. I'm bored of these guys, man. When are we gonna get some new enemies? Oh, hello. Resembling a giant mole rat, the Buggane gave me a little trouble, able to bury into the ground and pounce at you with a moment's notice. Deeper into the mine, I found a Summon Wolf spell and Soul Salvage, which banishes your summon in exchange for health or magicka. Exiting the mine, it was already dark. Continuing into the night, I made camp at a nearby ruin. Day 7. It turns out I was trespassing. For fuck's sake. Although this big un looks intimidating, my character's speed meant I could run rings around him. There were a couple more points of interest near the ogre's lair. A small camp with some freaky bandits. He's getting a bit jiggy with it. Whew. And a short swim led me to a shipwreck with some interesting loot. A cloak of retribution. Can't use it efficiently. Let's see what horrors await us in the sunken grove. It's clear something went terribly wrong here.
Where could Bridewin be? Why is he not among us?
The central tree hides a passage to the inner sanctum. Oh, these guys are a bit tanky. After clearing the area of Marrowgeese, that's the plural, I met Pridwin, who I assume has seen better days.
Look at your goddamn boots, they're starting to grow roots!
It seems the druids created the garden following Arthur's first resurrection, but every time Arthur was dragged back into the living world, the garden deteriorated further, leading to some kind of abomination being spawned. Whether it has some connection to Arthur, I'm not too sure. Pridwin leaves me to decide whether to confront it. I'm about to get a very rude awakening. I'm not prepped for this. No way. It just got fucking annihilated. I was caught off guard, right? I summoned the wolf to hold aggro while I took out the ad. D-Dog kept the boss pinned in the corner so we could wail on him. Her? Either way, the only abomination I can see are these hitboxes. I might be underleveled, but this boss is cracked. She might as well unplug my HDMI with all the VFX obscuring the screen, and she has the heat-seeking fireballs. There must be a way to counter magic. I tried parrying them. I don't know. Oh, I've got this and I. Go on. Bad stamina, bad stamina. Quick, what potions we got? Lock stamina. Careful now. What a beast that was. God, that was horrible. I was rewarded with the Blood Blade. That I can't use yet. I rushed to Pridwin to give him the news.
Thank you, Seeker.
Sorry. Exiting the grove and I had run into day 8. I rested and replenished my pantry after stress eating everything in the boss fight. I have some outstanding quests, Orlaith's Shipman and Mark's Cobwebs. On the way I realised the ruined gate is housing some bandits. Fancying an easy palate cleanser after the grove, I head up to show them who's boss. Except their leader, a man called Fingerless Colm, is a beefcake. I made a frost weapon coating at the bandits' alchemy table. Paired with hailstone, I kept Colm on ice.
Pay for that.
Colm the Fingerless's head. Whoa! Another sword, 7 dexterity, 5 perception. This started to grate on me. Every piece of loot I found I couldn't use because I didn't meet the stat requirements. Like, why can't I use the cape from earlier? It's a cape, not Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. I grabbed Mark's Cobwebs next before heading to the bandit camp with the trick-shotting battle mage. My skills have doubled since the last time we met. At the camp was Nest, Orlaith's contact. I set her free, and in return she told me where the package was. I returned to Mark to give him the cobwebs. As a reward, he told me about the location of a nearby weird deer. Honestly, that's the last thing I need to see right now. Then it was back to Orlaith to give her my package. Next, she wants me to plant the package at a specific location and shoot fire arrows at it. It's a bomb. Orlaith is a terrorist. The redhead has radicalized me. I gave the head of Headless Colm, formerly known as Fingerless, to Killian. As it turns out, the ogre also had a bounty, so happy days. I spent a bit of time tinkering my gear before turning in for the night. Day 9. Orlaith wanted me to plant her package at the same ruin I had fought the ogre at yesterday, but first I need to head out and restock some of my crafting materials, taking the opportunity to try out some new spells. I stumbled into this encampment under a bridge where I discovered even more smut. Hang on, let me proofread it, see if it's suitable. He drew out his red priest sheathed in a purple hood and pressed it against Liliana's garden. Oh, I can pet the horse. Can I take this horse? Hell yeah. The horse's name is Sviacon? I'm gonna call him Tiberius, a strong Roman name. After meeting Pridwin, I'm hoping for some Roma later. I had the bright idea to check out the camp on top of the bridge. What's happening to him? No way! Do you know what, I'm not actually even annoyed because I was wasting that day. So I think the horse was over here, so we're going to bounce around that way, get the horse, do an act of terrorism, and then we'll see where we're at, okay? That is the plan.
A few moments later.
Oh, Nigel Thornberry.
You shouldn't be here. Definitely should not. There's no escape from this place. Just look at me.
And this was an interesting one. Nigel has gaslit himself into thinking he is cursed, convinced if he leaves the bridge, he will die. I agreed to help him, and interestingly, there is no quest marker for this one, so I'll have to think about how to tackle it. Right, no more distractions. I plant and detonate the package, revealing a secret dungeon. Inside is the famous chef, Rumpolt Finnini.
Who are you? Did Albert Albertus send you?
Rumpolt locked himself away to explore new culinary possibilities. He wants me to prepare a dish of sour herring and cheese for him. He gives me the location of a very special herring to catch, so I put on my fishing boots and get to work.
I've marked it on your map. My acolyte of culinary delights.
Catching the fish was straightforward with a simple fishing minigame. I had plenty of cheese, so I prepared the meal at my campsite. Rumpolt was pleased and rewarded me with the spell Rumpolt's Revenge.
You will never be free from the smell of sour herring, and you should never want to be free from it.
The cheese Manseville. Let the cheese flow through you. So there's somebody up here. You having a freaking laugh? Caradoc was not pleased to see me, catching on that Arthur was alive.
Arthur, can you hear me, you parasite? I am coming for you.
The goal was to locate Excalibur still, and he pretty much left me to it. Dick. The cave Caradoc was chilling outside of was called the Lair of the Beast. We'll come back to this one tomorrow. Day 10. It was early and no one was awake yet, so I took a scenic stroll on the coast, finding a druidic armor set that increases magicka regen. And I can actually wear this one, guys. It's been an hour, so let's see if the fort's awake yet. I fill Orlaith in on the Rumpolt situation.
The chef obsessed with herring and cheese?
and I had the idea to ask the doctor about Nigel's case. He thought it was all in his head and suggested a mixture of herbs could help, but didn't give me a direction to go. I paced it to the beast's lair, ready for whatever monstrosity awaited me. The ground was littered with corpse-eater corpses. I was feeling a little nervous. I don't know if it was Caradoc or the corpse snackers, but someone obviously got here first. Feeling robbed of a boss fight, I checked the area and found an egg. Upon inspection, it appears I need to do 5,000 steps to get it to hatch. Please be a dragon. The All-Mother's Temple Captain Brendan left for was on the other side of the map. With my Pokemon Go hat on, I started running. Although I did reclaim Tiberius on the way, he can sit this one out on account of needing to get my steps in. After a long old trek, it was almost dark. The temple was inhabited by a tribe called the Delriata. The gate guard Maven wanted to test my metal before letting me in, but she didn't have a lightning spell, did she?
It's been a while since someone did for me. I really have gotten rusty.
I entered the camp to rest before continuing my search for Captain Brendan in the morning. My first 10 days in Tainted Grail survival mode were wild. Clocking in at just over 10 hours of playtime, I have underestimated how much this game has to offer. It takes the Elder Scrolls formula, builds on it without feeling derivative, and isn't afraid to do its own thing along the way. Whether you just experienced Oblivion for the first time, or if you're an RPG fanatic, Tainted Grail might be what you need for your next playthrough. Thank you Awaken Realms and Questline for the review copy, and thank you to you guys for making it this far. If there's enough interest, I might continue this series, but you'll have to let me know down in the comments. Take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.